Hey girl, hey! Sarah and Lexie, so sexy.
That's great.
What was something else you said? You know what I'm talking about? It's okay if you don't.
That's like so delusional.
I could probably just do this all day.
Oh my god. I love this.
Girl. Bye!
Becky's butt.
Hey girlies, welcome to Talk Girlietome, the podcast for the girls who overshare, overthink, and overachieve. We're your hosts, Sarah and Lexie. We're diving into anything from creativity to wellness to work and everything in between. Let's get into it. Hello, welcome back, or just welcome in general if this is you listening to us for the first time. This is Sarah and Lexie. And today we will be discussing balancing work and play. So, Lexie, how do you balance work and play in your life? Or is it difficult for you? Or does it come easy?
I would say right now, balancing work and play comes pretty easily because of how my work is currently set up. I'm hybrid, so I spend 3 days working at home and then 2 days in the office. So that affords me a lot of time to balance doing household chores during the day while I'm at home. And during my lunch break, I have the freedom to do other things at my house. And then when I'm in the office, I have more time to really grind out the work and focus on certain tasks a little bit more. So that's kind of how I'm balancing work and play with my corporate job.
And that just shows how important it is actually for, I think, all corporate offices to go hybrid. I mean, I don't think that all jobs have to be completely remote because some cannot. Like in the fashion industry, you have to be able to go in office to look at the sample in person and see the color and the texture and the thread count and everything. I think they should at least be hybrid though, because ever since COVID, I think everybody is valuing quality of life more so now than ever. So I want to ask you now, like, how do you balance that with music? Like, where do you find time to record and write songs?
Yeah, no, that's a great question because
Shows.
it is a little bit different than the corporate life. So with the creative side, I know I've said this before where I don't really view it as a job and it's not really something I'm ever going to make a career. So it already is play to me. When I work on music, when I'm writing, when I'm singing, when I'm recording, it's all fun. It can be tedious at times. It can get annoying if technology isn't working my way. But for the most part, it's a lot of fun. So I don't really have to balance that when it comes to my creative work.
I feel like also, though, it might be hard to balance that also with your friends and family, your partner.
In what way?
Well, where do you find time to do that? So, say if you're working Monday to Friday and you're a gym girly, so then you go to the gym too. And then say you work on music on Saturdays and you do a show Saturday night. I guess that just leaves you Sunday.
In a way. So I'm glad you brought that up because what I do when I work from home, my partner's usually with me during the day.
Oh.
So he's doing his work alongside me. During my lunch break, we'll go outside and walk the dog together. We'll have lunch together.
That's so sweet. I love that.
So that's really easy to balance, actually. It just kind of comes naturally since he's already in the same area as me, right?
Yeah.
So we work alongside each other. When it comes to the gym, I actually do that with one of my best friends. So that's quality time with my best friend while I'm at the gym.
You know what? I feel like you are really good at intertwining the people in your life into like your productivity. Because that's what you do with me too.
I guess so. But it's like fun because these are things that I love to do. And so I think I just naturally gravitate towards people who also love doing these things. That way we can do it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I think I might have a harder time doing that because not all of my friends are willing to like do or work or do the things that I do. So that can be hard. But
And don't get me wrong, I have
yeah,
other friends that have other interests as well. And I definitely spend less time with them.
I
But
was
when
just
I
gonna
do
say
spend quality time with them, it's usually on the weekend. And it's usually revolving around an activity that we can do when we're both free.
or they can always go to your show.
Right.
Yeah.
That's always an option
Yeah.
too.
um,
So what about you? How do you balance work and play?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I still am always trying to figure it out. I feel like I'm always doing one too much than the other. Like I'm either like on full speed and I'm just like working, 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 or I am just chilling too much. So
So wouldn't you say that's kind of a balance in its own? Maybe you just
yeah,
are
go through
doing it
phases.
simultaneously?
Yes. You know, maybe I could see that.
Because I used to be the same way, because I used to be in a band while I was
Yeah,
going to
true.
school, while I was working 3 jobs. I think the only reason I even had free time to hang out with friends was because I just didn't eat and I didn't sleep. But then I turned 25 and I was
Yeah.
like, this is not sustainable. I can't do
Yeah.
this anymore. So, but that's how I used to be when I was, 18, 19, all the way to probably around 22 is how long I did that.
I know.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Now, at the older I get, I really don't like being in that mode of like, I'm just like working all the time. And if I'm just going to work, going to the gym, and in my studio, I mean, that to me is all work. Like sewing for hours, that feels like work to me and less of play.
Right.
The
'Cause
only
even things that
yeah.
you love can still feel like work. And I feel like that is so like over romanticized in our society where people are like, oh,
Yeah.
if you get a job doing something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And I think that's just a lot of BS. I don't think that's true.
No.
Because anything will end up feeling like work if it is what you do for work.
Yes. And I think it would not feel like work if I was making myself a design for me to wear. That's when it's fun. When I'm like making my own dress to wear to a wedding or whatever. Like that's fun for me. But if I like have a client and I'm making them a design, I'm kind of like, all right, like this is work.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I don't know. Life is so weird. I just feel like life is so up and down. Like sometimes I feel like I got it. Sometimes I feel like, oh my God, I'm just like working all the time. I'm dog tired. And then sometimes I'm like, I start getting anxious because I'm like, okay, I'm not doing enough.
Oh, I get the same way.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you bring that up because I feel like in one of our other episodes, we were talking about if we don't express ourselves, we get depressed.
Yes.
And now we're in the realm of if we don't do enough and if we don't do the things that we need to get done, but also the things that bring life to us, that makes us feel anxious.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God, it's just too much to balance in life. Like it's stressing me out just talking about it with you because I'm like, I don't know. I never know.
Yeah, no, it is a lot. And I feel like it's definitely too much for one person to do.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of left over from like the 1950s, 60s, where we had people who stayed at home while the other person was working all day. So while the other person was working, the other person was doing all the household chores that needed to get done and the maintenance. And it wasn't just all on one person. But nowadays, everybody's expected to do everything. And even when it comes to being on social media, marketing for your business, all of that, we're expected to do everything and be everyone. We have to do the marketing, we have to do interactions, we
Be
have
a
to
jack
do
of all trades.
Yeah, exactly.
And not to like bring up a new topic, but just a side note, I have been overhearing a lot of people talking, and most people not only have their full-time job, but they have a side gig. They have something else. And it's because of our stupid economy. Everything is just too expensive, and we are not getting paid enough to sustain ourselves, period. We should not have to have two jobs to pay our bills as an individual.
I agree.
Yeah.
And we were having this conversation the other day where I mentioned even if I wanted to have kids, I couldn't because I'd probably be homeless because I would
Yeah.
not have enough money to give everybody the life that they deserve, like a good life.
You would have to be making, because I've kind of done the math, you'd have to be making like 100K a year.
Yeah. And that's just so hard to get nowadays.
That's, yeah.
Even if you are qualified, even if you have a degree in something, even if you have a great extensive resume, people just aren't hiring. And if they do hire you, they want to underpay you.
Yeah.
And that's just the reality right now, unfortunately. But with all of that said, all of that aside, what are certain tools that you found in your life, for your personal life, or for your business that have made certain things easier for you?
I would say my mom. My mom is the best tool. That sounds terrible. No, like anytime I'm stressed out or I have any inconvenience, I call my mom.
That's so good,
And she just will talk me through it, and she'll either tell me to get over it or she'll tell me that I just need to take some time off. And there's a saying she used to say, I'm trying to remember. It's something about like just go to bed and wake up the next day and start again. So
I am a firm believer in that.
Yeah.
If something is off, if I'm not feeling it, if I'm tired, if I'm trying and trying and trying, it's just not working out, I just put it off till the next day. And usually 85% of the time, it works.
And also, to bring up a new subject, as women and our hormones, because I feel like you and I are like on the same track right now.
Yep.
Like when you're on your period, like you don't want to do shit and you're like just done with life and you're like, I'm just gonna not do anything. I'm gonna relax and just try to get through these terrible cramps. And then, but once it's over, you're like, let's do a 10-mile run right now. Like, let's do everything. Let's conquer the world. I shouldn't bang the table. So like I just feel so energized and like ready to go. And I feel like we like get so much done in like 2 or 3-ish weeks, and then
Oh yeah,
and
for
then
sure.
you feel like shit again.
For me, it's like I get 2 solid weeks out of a month where I'm like on top of my game. I'm feeling great. I'm getting stuff done. And then the other 2 weeks, the week before my period and the week I'm on my period, are just the week before. My emotions are all over the place. I'm tired.
Yeah.
And I might be cramping a little bit. And then the week of is just that times 10.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in reality, I only get 2 weeks a month where I can actually get stuff done and it be quality work. Sure, I can get stuff done while I'm experiencing these things, but it's not going to be as easy, and the quality may be a little less.
Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. Not all the time.
Yeah.
And that brings us to another thing. A lot of women will cycle sync. Have you ever tried doing that?
What do you mean?
Where they like understand their cycle and what week they'll be experiencing whatever phase of the cycle.
Yeah.
And they'll like eat according to it. They'll do certain work according to it. They'll change their workouts. Like they'll just sync up their life to it.
Yes. So I just Googled the correct definition so we can offer that, although your description was fine, I'm sure. It says the premise of cycle syncing is relatively simple. Instead of doing the same type of workouts throughout the month, you instead tailor your workouts according to the current phase of your menstrual cycle. And I think that goes with not just working out, but probably, you could incorporate that with your work in general.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, for example, what I try to do now is I will take it a little bit more easy during my week of, my period. I won't work out as intensely. I'll use pre-workout to make it a little bit easier for me. I won't make as many plans with people during that week. And I'll just give myself more time to take naps, rest, sleep in.
Yes, I read somewhere that like we need like 10 to 12 hours of sleep during that time, like a night or something crazy. And I really do feel that helps. Like the more I sleep, it's kind of like the like little better I feel. So I believe that. I literally do not want to do any ab workouts during that time. Like I actually prefer to do cardio. I don't really like to lift when I'm
cardio
on my
feels
period.
Really good when I'm on my period. So I'm with you on that. So yeah, there are ways to make things easier.
Yeah. there was a time where, and I kind of still try to do it, but there's something called seed cycling where you can be eating like certain types of seeds, like pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, and sunflower seeds during certain times of the month.
Yeah, I'm really curious about that. That intrigues me.
Seed cycling here.
This is slowly turning into a health.
I know, I didn't mean it to be. Yeah.
On this special episode.
On this special episode of Work and Play, also be aware of your menstrual cycle. Okay,
I think this is very relevant, so I'm glad we're delving into this.
Yeah. Okay, so the correct definition of seed cycling is seed cycling involves eating flax, pumpkin, sesame, and sunflower seeds at different times of your menstrual cycle. The practice is claimed to balance certain hormones, boost fertility, and ease symptoms of menopause, among other benefits. However, evidence to support these claims is either lacking or weak.
So you can try it at your own risk and see if it makes a difference.
I swear it does. Also,
I'd be willing to try.
I cut out coffee and I swear it helps. Like, not, I still get cramps, but they're not as bad as they used to be. I don't know why that is, but I don't know if it's the caffeine or what is in coffee. But when I have coffee, I treat it like a dessert now. Like, it's more of a treat.
Nice.
So yeah, it's just like hormone balancing. I really don't like how emotional I get during my period and the week before.
I hate it. Yeah.
So sensitive. I can feel it. And like, I don't know. I've never been able to figure out how to control it. I just get so mad or sad.
Yeah. No, you can't control it. That's the thing. You just have to, what I do now is I just don't trust myself during those 2 weeks. I'm like, everything I'm feeling right now cannot be trusted. It may not be true.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm going to wait until it's over, then I'll reassess.
Yeah, like I'll just try to stay away from people, which is so hard because I honestly just want to be around my partner during that time, but I also don't want to torture him. So,
right.
Yeah.
But that brings us back to people support. I'm glad you get that support from your mom when you need to clear your mind and just kind of
she's the best.
Balance yourself back out when you're not sure of what to do.
I know. I don't know what I would do without her.
So, yeah, I think that a tool for a lot of people can be the support of the people close to them.
Yeah. What do you do?
Something that comes to mind is scheduling posts. So, for your work or creative life, social media plays a huge part nowadays. So, you have to post a lot. You have to post videos, you have to post reels, TikToks, stories, all this stuff. And what works for a lot of people is scheduling those posts so that you don't have to think about it. Just like pick one day out of the week or the month, however far ahead you want to plan, and schedule all the posts that you want to go out. And then you can just forget about it till the next week or month.
As I rebrand Serendipity, that is something I've been looking into. There's two tools I want to use, is Canva and I guess it starts with a P. I don't know, but I want to use those two. Because Canva's so great. It's like having a graphic designer.
Super easy.
Offhand, yeah.
I love Canva.
And I want to schedule my posts like a month in advance and just like bang it out in a day, honestly. Because I just really like to enjoy my life without being on my phone too much. And I do get a little too distracted. Like once I open up my phone, it's like game over. I'm like on the reels scrolling. So
I feel that. And that's actually another thing that I do. Another tool is utilizing the do not disturb options on iPhone. And I'm sure Android has this too.
I tried to do that and I would just surpass it. Yeah. No, there's no winning with me.
The one for like work where you could set it up to turn off notifications from like 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Yeah. That one did not work for me. I ended up bypassing that one. I turned it off. But the one for sleep, I love, because at like 11:15, it'll tell me, okay, it's time to wind down. And then it will turn on sleep mode and it will just block out all the notifications. And then it will dim the screen and it'll like remind me to like shift my state of mind and start winding down for the night.
Maybe I should try that then, yeah.
And that way my phone isn't buzzing throughout the night as I'm sleeping too and waking me up.
Yeah, I do. I have sleep mode, but it doesn't, it doesn't block my social media or anything. But yeah, I really enjoy just having it on silent. I also will do it for location. So like when I'm at the gym, it automatically goes on silent.
Oh, nice. I didn't know you could do by location.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's only annoying when I'm like meeting somebody at the gym and I need to see their text.
Right. But there are ways to let certain people's notifications come
true.
through. So
You
that's
can
what I do. Like if
yeah.
I'm on sleep mode, like my partner can still message me or call me, and my, a couple of my best friends can still do it, my sisters. So
I should edit mine. Yeah, that's a good point.
in case there's an emergency, you don't
Yeah.
want to be sleeping through that.
True.
I was gonna say something that helps me wind down since it's so hard for me to relax is weed.
Oh,
Just pop an edible at night, smoke a joint.
I cannot imagine.
That really helps me.
We can talk about this. Fine.
Okay.
No, my friends, my family, especially my friend, my family knows that I smoke. My partner doesn't smoke, but which does honestly influence me a little bit because I do smoke a lot less since I hang out with him so much, and
I'm the same way, but opposite.
yeah. Oh,
My partner is a stoner, so that actually encourages me to do it a little bit more when he's around, which is fine.
There really is no difference because I've also had a partner that smoked, and I would smoke with him, and like it's just an activity that you do. Right. I can say right now, like it doesn't like make you less productive or anything. It doesn't like. It's just like you're playing Uno. It's instead with Harlan, I'm just we'll play a game together, like a video game, and I'm like, we could be smoking or we could be doing this. It doesn't matter. It's an activity we're doing together.
Yeah, it really doesn't change too much.
Yeah.
It does help me shut down my mind a little bit.
Yes.
So I am conscious of like when I do it because I am one of those people that I could push through it and still be productive, but it just makes it a little bit harder for me. So I usually do it just to wind down at night.
Yes.
Or to relax during the weekend.
I do too. So if I am feeling too stressed out, about like money or a family issue or like anything, like I'll smoke a little and then it just like lifts a weight off of me, and then I'll journal a little bit and then kind of get it out. And then relax. Yeah.
Journaling is huge.
Yeah. But I love smoking with you. So we're actually gonna do that in a little bit.
Love it.
So yeah.
So those are a few tools that actually work in my real personal life and with my creative activities.
Yes. Also, I will add to that, I do make a lot of lists.
Yes.
For like on what day I'm gonna do what. Like in my phone and my notes app, literally it's so lazy, but like it just works for me. I know there's like probably all these special apps you can use, but I will write down like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then just make like a little mini list under each day. And then I just delete it as I do it. Mm-hmm. So, and that works for me. I've tried to use like agendas and other things, but I don't know why. The notes app, that's it.
Yeah, no, that works for me too. And that.
You use the notes app?
I use the notes app for everything.
Yeah.
There's so many. No. You know those memes where it's like, a girl's notes app is like,
no,
okay, never mind.
I don't think I've seen these, but I want to.
I'll find one and I'll send it to you.
Oh yeah, please do.
Or no, it's like a girl's notes app is like the most magical place in the world, or like the most random place in the world, or like there's different variations because you never know what you're gonna find in there. You would see like an argument with my like ex roommate from like 4 years ago and me like venting about it in random notes. Yeah. And then you'll see like cryptic numbers and characters and you're like, what does this even mean?
You'll see my dreams. I write my dreams down and I date them. There's a lot of stuff you would find in my notes app. You'd find a grocery list.
I would learn a lot about you is what it sounds like.
I think so. Yeah, probably.
It's a really interesting place.
Too much.
But no, like structuring and organizing, making lists, that definitely helps me balance everything because my head gets really clouded really easy because there's a lot going on up there. Mm-hmm. So to be able to sort things through like Tuesday through Friday is work and gym. Monday is just work because I'm easing into the week. I don't want to do anything too crazy on a Monday. So I leave the night free where I can relax and prepare for the rest of the week. Mm-hmm. And then that leaves Saturday and Sunday to make plans with friends, to go out, activities, and whatever else I need to get done, running errands that I couldn't do during the week.
Yeah. Do you meal prep?
I do. So that's another great way to balance work and play. Yeah. So that makes life so much easier because I hate cooking and I hate grocery shopping. Yeah. It takes way too much time. So what I do is I actually use a meal box called Hungry Root. So then every Monday, the box is delivered, and it gives me 3 meals, 2 servings each. And then I'll spend Monday night prepping those meals for the week. So I have stuff to bring into the office. And
I've heard of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
wow, that's cool. Hungry Root, sponsor us. So with being in a calorie deficit, it's only hard mostly like at night, honestly. Especially if I smoke, because then I get munchies. But
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'll just try to just be like, okay, I just gotta drink water and go to bed.
Have you seen those girls on TikTok where they're like,
Yeah.
I'm having my favorite snack, ice?
Ice, yeah. But that's because I just like having a goal. Like I know I look fine and all that, but like I always like to have a goal when I'm in the gym.
It's also about how you feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And different things make different people feel better.
Yes. Yeah. It's all, and the only person that matters about what they think of you is you. So, like, you know, even like my partner could be like, you look amazing. And I'd be like, that's nice. And I'm glad you think that. But like, I need to think I look amazing. So, and I just, for some reason, have high standards for myself, unfortunately. So,
You and me both. Really.
yeah.
I feel like most people listening to this can probably resonate with that.
Yeah. Yeah, true. But I'm doing good. I checked this morning. I'm 2 pounds down. And I've gained some serious muscle. I can tell because I think I'm squatting like 185 now or something like that. Or two. No, two, maybe it's 205. I don't remember. It's hard for me to remember because Harlan's always just like racking the weights for me. And then he like doesn't tell me because he wants me to just like focus on lifting it.
Yeah, because
Which
if
makes
you
sense.
think about it too much, sometimes your minds can get in the way if you're like overthinking it, and then you won't be able to do it. You'll like psych yourself out.
Yes, and I definitely do that. I think I deadlifted like definitely over 205 though, or something crazy. So
Yeah, no, and I could tell the muscle difference when I saw you today because I haven't seen you in a few months.
Really?
In person. I've seen pictures, but it's different seeing someone in person.
In person, I know pictures suck. I hate pictures.
But no, I could tell the difference. So your hard work is paying off.
Thank you.
And that's such a great feeling because I know how that feels too. And it's like, wow, it's actually making a difference.
That means a lot.
Yeah.
Because I've been dying every day. So I'm glad it meant something. And like I'm excited because tonight my partner is gonna make us chocolate chip oatmeal cookies.
I'm so excited.
After we go on this said run, that's it's raining out, but it's gonna stop. I think it has stopped actually. We can cut that up. Okay, so I feel like I need to talk more about my experience with business. I almost forget like how much experience I have with it actually. And one thing that is so important is to have boundaries. Okay, I know that it's really exciting when you get a client or you get a customer or something, but if that customer is asking you to do something that is out of your skill level, like you have to be aware of that and tell them like, no, that's not something I offer. I don't do that, especially if you don't want to do it. Unless, I mean, if they are offering you like a ton of money because they're so desperate and want you to do it, just make sure they know that you're not experienced in it, because then, it might not come out the way you want it to, or they want it to, and they need to be aware of the risk that they're taking. And also have set times for when you talk to clients and customers. If I've had clients be like calling or texting me, on Sunday, and Sundays were at one point, they were like my day off. That was my absolute, like, I am resting that day. And it would be so hard for me to just like not answer them, but like it's really good for your brain to take a break from it, and just for at least one day a week, I advise. And just having those boundaries, don't be like going out of your way for clients and customers, because if you think about it, like any business, big business they have hours that they work, and that's all. They just work and within those hours, and that's it. And you should be doing the same thing with your business as well. Mic drop.
Mic drop. That was excellent. I'm so glad you touched on that because that's just something I don't have experience in. So I'm glad you were able to offer that piece of advice.
I know, because like as a musician, it's kind of like, I feel like it's so free spirited.
It is, and it also kind of bleeds into your personal everyday life.
Yeah.
But hearing you talk about setting boundaries did make me think of something that I do kind of do in my creative work. That's kind of a boundary. It's kind of also a goal, just like a personal goal of mine, where every day I'll set aside an hour or 2 hours to go on threads and network. I'll post a TikTok. I'll post something to Instagram, and I'll only spend like an hour to 2 hours on that because if I overthink it and try to do more, it just gets really overwhelming and then I don't end up doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's more of like a personal boundary slash goal that I set for myself. That really
Yes.
helps.
That's a good one. Boundary for yourself. Boundaries are so healthy. I think that also it's like a way for you to show love to other people around you when they give you a boundary. If you respect their boundary, they're gonna like you so much more for that. Like, because imagine when you give somebody a boundary and they don't respect it, it just like, oh my God, it just sets me off. I'm like, it's just entitled of you to try to cross a boundary I'm clearly giving you.
Right. And I feel that the same way when I break my own personal boundary or I don't reach a personal goal that I set for myself, I'm disappointed. And it affects me the same way that it would affect somebody else if I was like breaking a boundary in a friendship, you know?
Yeah.
It's like breaking that boundary in your personal friendship with yourself. So,
you're your own
I
best
agree.
friend. So
Yeah.
that's so sad though. Heartbreaking. But yeah.
So boundaries are very important.
Yeah.
Cannot, state that enough.
Well, I'm actually really happy with our episode. I feel like we've not only touched upon work and play, but also a little bit about, being a woman and balancing all that with our cycle as well.
Exactly.
And
that plays a big part.
Boundaries and
goal setting, organization.
Yeah. And if you reach out to us, we will answer.
Ask questions, give us feedback. Yeah. If you have your own personal stories or ways that you can relate to what we've talked about today, let us know. We want to know.
Yes. Thank you, Lexie. All right.
And thank you, listeners.
Yes. Thank you to each and one of you. We want to know who you are, so please talk to us.
And thank you, Thunderstorm, Mother Nature, for not interrupting
us. Yeah.
Our recording session here.
Thank you so much, Mother Nature. All right. See you all next month. Or see you. Hear you.
See us.
You'll see us. You'll hear us.
You'll hear us.
Hear us next month. I'm trying to be accurate. Okay. Bye.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's it for today's episode of Talk Girlie to Me. If you vibed with it, send it to a friend, rate us 5 stars, and we'll catch you next time. Bye, girl. Bye.